honestly, you know what? You're absolutely right, Joe. Who gives a damn?
I'm pushing you
I
now.
honestly,
This is what it's about. You're trying to
yeah.
come up with excuses. Come on, man.
When I look back at what I've created, honestly, I just get really connected with it. I'm like, wow, did I really make that? You know?
That's it. Good. Good.
Yeah.
That's how it should be. It should be inspiring, right?
Yeah.
InspirationNation. It should be. You know what this sounds like to me? A fear of judgment. That's what this sounds like to me. But it sounds.
Yeah.
Remember the thing. This is the fear, right? Anyway, how are you doing?
I'm really well. I'm doing really well. Yeah, how are you doing?
Yeah, I'm really good. I know we had a catch up previously, didn't we?
I seen you on Instagram this morning. I mean, like, when I woke up, and I was like, first thing I look at sometimes on my phone is my phone, and I seen you, and I was like, you know what? This is a great start to the morning.
Oh, bless you. That's really kind.
Good motivation. Like, it was all there, like full throttle. It was amazing, man. It was good.
That's good. Because I know we had a little chat, didn't we, previously?
Yeah. Yes, we did.
We had a sort of pre-coaching meeting, didn't we? And we talked about what we do is we'll come on and you're taking me up on this offer to do free coaching, but we'll post it on the channel so you can look at the video, but also other people can look at it.
Yeah.
How I coach, but also see you grow from that.
Yeah.
And even from that conversation, you've done some stuff, haven't you? Do you want to tell everyone?
I have.
What you since that 20 minutes, probably half an hour, probably, wouldn't it?
Yeah.
What have you done?
So what I did is I already had the content recorded because I already been on holiday. So what I did is it was a matter of, because I was like a bit I was sort of procrastinating. I wasn't like being productive. I was not putting the images, collating the images together and like making it, because I knew I had all the fundamental skills to do the job, but I was just like it was taking too long for me to do it. But when I literally get on a computer and I start editing, I literally can do it within minutes. Within 2 hours, I can finish it all off. And then I just need to put little bits and bobs together. And then literally I have the final product, and then I just watch it once. It looks good. Brilliant. I just put it online, you know what I mean? And then what I do is, what I tend to do is just talk about it, reflect on what I did in a sort of a article sort of style. And then I just post it online, and the reviews have been good. I mean, a few of my friends, from a long time, people I have on social media, realistically, they just gave me nice comments. They liked the video, and they just left a really good message for me. And realistically, the reason why I'm doing this is that it's because I studied digital marketing. I thought to myself it would be important for me to showcase my skills, because it's not like something I learned at university, how to edit videos, how to record. It's just like the extra sort of pressure I put on myself to do it, because I studied digital marketing. Everything with digital marketing is content-based creation and sort of brand development, building a brand article. And that's what I'm really trying to do, is trying to build my own brand article of myself, so that people could sort of maybe get some inspiration from it, and as well as me doing it more often, so that I can grow my skills online, and I could sort of, when I do find a really good company to work for, I can help them develop their brand, and for them to become like market leaders. Locally, if they want to dominate a specific market locally, if they want to look at regional markets, then I could sort of help them to build those, build that content that they look to create, either being visually, either being, sort of articles, or, reports, or something like going to presentations. I think those skills are really essential for growing those skills, because that's what I'm trying to do, is to, sort of build myself, do it all for myself personally, so that I can develop myself online, because I become more visible, online, because that's the absolute goal for me, is to become visible, and to do it more often, because you know, there's other things that I can be involved in that I shouldn't be doing realistically. And instead, what I try to do is spend more time online, you know, doing every recording, you know, doing the research. What sort of you know, content can I be creating, and what would be more effective? So, for instance, I'm looking to at least record eight videos and review them all and see. I want to do something different, like. Not, I don't want to do travel content because that costs a lot of money. I want to do something else. I wanna do maybe some academic work, like I told you before. Maybe doing some, you know, I want to do everything, try it all. But after the 8 I create, I want to realistically sit down and look at the analytics and look at the reviews and what do people like to watch the most, what do they engage with the most, and then I know my niche, and then I'm going to target it that way. And when I target it that way, people can like enjoy it more, and I could sort of, you know, put pressure on myself to do it, get the job done. And yeah, if I do well with it, then hopefully I'll get rewarded for it, you know. And that's what I do, is trying to develop a brand article for myself. And there's a lot of blocks for it, but that's just the basis of it at the moment.
Sounds really good. Because I know we first talked, you were just like, you just felt like you weren't putting anything out there, you weren't doing anything.
Yeah.
And so what was the key to make you start to actually start doing it? What was the thing that made you start to do it? Right, I've got to just do it. What was the thing? What was the thing that kickstarted you going?
It's because I see a lot of people on social media doing really well. I see influencers online, you know, they make it look like really textbook easy. You know, they're recording, putting it out there. The content is so repetitive. It's literally within days they'll be creating new content. And I sort of look at that and feel like, you know what? They're humans, I'm human. I can do that. You know, I've just got to basically be a bit more consistent with it. You know, currently I don't have a team around me to do things for me, but you know, maybe sometime you know, in the future I'll probably have a team there, people that I can sort of rely on. You know, I can do the content and then, you know, put it out there. But for me, it's all about developing it myself and doing it all for myself, and just learning from each and every thing I do. I can sort of be like, you know, this sort of this is really good for me. You know, sort of if I'm doing you know, if I'm talking about how marketing is, the historical background. So for instance, maybe I can talk about online is campaign planning. Maybe, you know, once I've done it at the company, I can discuss how to analyze how to do campaigns, how to sort of do, you know, how to start a campaign, and then how to sort of develop it. For instance, I worked on a campaign at university where I worked on Instagram storytelling, you know, and that sort of is it's a campaign, for instance, for small businesses, right? So the campaign was to get 500,000 small businesses online to be using Instagram storytelling. So I was in a group of people, right? So I did that sort of work, and that sort of probably I can maybe advise companies maybe to use Instagram storytelling. Maybe I could do that online, but you know, this is the sort of thing I need to want to get into. But it's really difficult sometimes because, you know, I could sort of procrastinate and not sort of, you know, be consistent and just be. It's all about, for me, it's being relentless and efficient, and that's what I try and do. But it doesn't come easy. You know, there's obstacles, sort of going by roundabouts. It just takes forever to honestly get down to business with it. But honestly, that's what I am trying to do. Be more consistent and just build my own sort of brand, and then yeah, hopefully I can be rewarded with a really good job that's sort of helps me to develop myself. I'm just sort of learning about myself now, learning more about myself. Because I don't just give out advice. I can't just give out advice. I have to. I'm a person that I want advice as well. You know, I want all the advice. I just, that's what all I need. You know, is someone to say, you know, I think maybe you should do this. You know, maybe you should look at this sort of niche. Try this. You know, but I'm sort of doing it myself. So that's what I sort of I'm doing at the moment, is doing it all but that way. And yeah, I think I can also talk about the science of marketing. I think I can go down that channel. I think I might do that, but I'll see how it goes. You know, it's all about the trial. I have to put the trial in and what the people like the most. So I think I will try that, but I just wanted to start it off by doing the travel, because the travel content was like, everything was in place for me to do that content. So I think the people, a lot of people, I sent it out to a lot of my family. I sent it out to my family abroad, in Australia, America, my family back home, where I originate from, Somaliland. I sent it out to them, and the reviews have been great. I mean, it's something they wouldn't have expected, you know, but I want them to be expecting things, especially, you know, documented videos, you know, and I want them to see it more often, and for them maybe to be like, you know what, I should do this as well. You know, I should be online. I should be creating content. You know, inspiring maybe for them. You know, that's exactly what I would want to do. You know, and because I live in England now. I live in England, and I want to create content for the people that are here. And that's what I want to focus on more, because I've studied marketing academically, and I feel like it's my responsibility to do that, because although I'm an academic, I want to sort of have an impact on an organization somehow. And I think only by critically reflecting upon what I did, by creating the content, then I can reflect on, you know, what I need to do most, you know, because I know there's going to be, when I create the content, there's going to be people out there, you know, oh, this wasn't right, and, you know, maybe you should do this. And I know that will come, you know, and I'm sort of trying to get ready for, you know, trying to develop myself for that, you know, so that when that criticism comes, because I know it will, and I know a lot of people are out there just to, you know, maybe they are there just to constructively criticize, but there's some that are just out there just to sort of, you know, pick your button, that, you know, they would just want to have a dig at, you know, me, and see how thick my skin is, and how thick my blood is, you know. But you know, people say like, you know, blood is thicker than water, sort of thing. Like, you know, that's family. That's the comments that family would come with, you know. But for me, it's more like I want to be really thick-skinned and really have, you know, help an organization meet their goals, you know. And that you know, for me, it's always been trouble that you know, finding a great job. It's been troublesome, but I think you know, hopefully, you know, one day I'll have more impact somehow. So yeah. So I wanted to ask you, I mean, I think what was your sort of background? I mean, I'd like to know what your background is.
My background? Well, I've been being a coach now for over 10 years now, training for God knows how long people. So I decided to get into this 10 years ago. I started my coaching 10 years ago. Yeah. And but it's only recently, like a couple of years, that I've started to get into this. So you know, who I talked about, and yourself. Even before that, probably 5 or 6, I did some more other people. But I made a decision that I was a bit like you. I was like you in terms of I would start, then I'd stop. I'd start, then I'd stop. So if you go back to my website, you'll see my first blog to 2011. Start, stop, start, stop, start, stop. So it's consistency was the missing key. So I stopped for quite a while. then I wanted to start up again, and I found someone called Evan Carmichael, and he was just said, I saw a video. He's going, "You're ready, you're ready, you're ready." That's it. That's it. I'm going. I'm going. That's it. I'm gone. That's it. That's it. From now on, I'm not stopping. Every day, I'm going to do something that work on the thing that I'm doing. So the reason we're here now is because of that.
Yeah.
It's because of that. And you said about judgment and things like that. I've just done a video about ignore the judgment. There is a video I've done on that. So you are going to get judged. That's just part of the course. You're going to have the thick skin. So my background is coaching, helping people. So I just released a video again today called, I don't know if you saw it, Never Ever Give Up.
I think I need to go and see it, but I've been seeing most of your Instagram. Is it on YouTube?
Yeah, I've just put it on YouTube. I'll just put it on Instagram and YouTube.
Right. Okay. I need to go and see it. Yeah.
In that, I talk about where it come from. So I suffered with massive depression, probably my early 30s, and that woke me up. And that's where it all started, really. And that's why I can help people like yourself, because I know when we talked about it, you weren't doing anything. You had the video. It was there. You had the video, didn't you? It was sitting there, wasn't it? It was just sitting there. Sitting there, wasn't it?
Yeah, it was
sitting there.
Just sitting.
Yeah.
And I was like to myself, you know, everything I was giving, I don't know, just the excuse. It was not me, maybe. It was just like it was just me being overthinking things, maybe, or what people think, reckon. I just wanted it to be perfect, you know, when I do put it out there. And I was sort of like doing things that I shouldn't be, you know, prior to recording. And then
what do you mean by that?
I reflect. What I mean by I was like involved in, you know, sort of, I was doing things that I shouldn't have been doing. Like, for instance, I used to, I was an ex-smoker, so I gave up smoking. I gave up, I used to do things like that. So I gave it all up, and that really helped me to become a better person. You know? I became better. I got, like I said, before to you, I got really close with my family. And I just, you know, I found something within myself to become even stronger, and to become even, you know, a better individual. You know, and that sort of gave me, you know, the power to become even better. So, yeah, I mean, it is absolutely crucial for me to continue that. You know, personally, I need to continue the effort that I'm putting in more often. But you know, it really does take it out of me sometimes. You know, sometimes I'm worn out.
Yeah, that's the point, right? That is it. That is it. Because that's when people give up. That's when people give up, when it's difficult. It only counts when it's hard.
Yeah.
When you don't want to do it and you do it, that's when you're winning.
Yeah.
Because it's easy to do when you feel in the mood, right?
Yeah, I mean, yes. When I'm in the mood, I'm really good. You know, I get into it properly. But I think most of the time, I have to give it my effort myself.
Yeah.
You know, I give the effort in. You know, and I got to be more relentless with it. You know, but again, like I said, I do get physically worn out sometimes. I think to myself, you know, maybe I need to look at my diet, possibly. You know, but my diet is really good. But I think when I literally have given everything, I think I get really tired sometimes. But I wake up the next morning, I'm ready to go again. You know, every day I make sure I give myself a task to do. You know?
Okay, good.
So I keep myself occupied, you know, and I get ideas that way, you know. So I do the research online, for instance. I go on YouTube and read some articles online, and then I look at I read academically. I read a lot of books. I got a lot of books that I read. I've got some sources from. So I've looked at a lot of academic texts. Looked at how not to plan, you know, which is by Fire and Turnbull. I've read books like that. I've also read another marketing book, which is sort of a lot of marketing textbooks which are suitable for academics. But I think I need to go back to those textbooks and give it more time. I think I maybe just got some sources out of it for my reports at university, but I need to reflect upon it and read it more. Maybe get as much information from it as possible. Research methods for marketers. I looked at that as well. There's a book by Malhotra. That's its methods. I looked at books for building brand articles, like Rick Riezibos. He's a academic textbook writer. So I've read these books, and I think I need to refer back to these books more often, and maybe I could sort of I can create content from it by, firstly, what I think the number one task for me is to write reports more often, so I can build my my literal skills, and that's really crucial for me. And then when I build those skills, then maybe videography, I can bring it into it as well. Like videography is really important. It's very popular as well. A lot of people do enjoy it a lot. So I think I want to develop it from that side as well, where I implement it, and I think I need to write more often, do reports, maybe presentations, create presentations, and then sort of bring it online.
Okay.
I think I will do that. I think that's a really good objective to set for myself.
Okay. So one of the things I would ask you is, because it's really important when you're finding things really difficult, it's really important to be able to sort of action when you're not feeling it, when you're not in the mood for it. So what I'd say to you is, you need to, what sort of activities do you love to do? What actually gives you energy? So when you're doing that activity, when you're doing this, this marketing, what's the activity that gives you energy? So you might not start really, I'm not really, don't really do it, but when you start doing it, it gives you energy. What in that role, or the things you're doing, gives you energy?
I mean, I'll be honest with you, the energy I get, I just give myself energy, and sometimes it's certain people around me. It's like certain individuals, like, that would really drive me to my best. There probably will be one or two people.
And who are those people?
Those people, like there's just two people. Like, one good friend of mine from university is a really good friend of mine. His name is Jacob. I try and be as much as I can in contact with him. But I don't know. He's from Wales, so he's from Wales. I hardly, sort of get to know him properly. So
when was the last time you spoke to him?
Well, the last time I spoke to him was not long ago, a few days ago.
Okay.
A few days ago, yeah. So
I
think that's the type of guy, right? I was doing my master's degree with, and I really got well with it. I got on well. I was relentless with my studying. Every day I was like doing well in writing. We motivated ourselves. We were just bouncing off ideas off each other, and we were doing well we were doing really well together. And me, what I like is, I like to work with people that are always ready, and have, in a way, have a similar sort of take on doing certain jobs. And I think certain lecturers at university were really helpful as well with the way they motivated me when I was in class. They made studying enjoyable, engaging. So that's the sort of person I want to be. I want to be engaging, and as well as making interactive learning. Sort of. That's sort of what I would want to do. But yeah, So another friend of mine. I really don't have a lot of friends. I'll be honest with you.
That's okay.
I don't. I just. Yeah.
That's okay, because what I was trying to get at here is that you need to build that environment that's going to support you in doing what you need to do.
Yeah.
So you said Jacob, right?
Yeah.
Jacob, who's the other guy?
There really isn't.
Okay, that's fine. That's okay, Jacob. Right. So when you're not feeling it, when you're not motivated, you know you can draw on Jacob to go. Oh, so I don't. What's going on? You need. So
I think.
Ground yourself.
You're really right. Yeah.
So you need something like a trigger to go. I'm not feeling it. How can I reach out? How can I? And so you have someone's going to. Perhaps he's going to push you. Perhaps. Or there's a certain. You said there's certain things like lecturers and that they drive you. Have those sorts of people got anything online? Can you get in touch with them? Have you got their contact details? All these types of things. What stops you linking up with them, trying to find out where they are? You have people you can draw on when things are difficult, when things you think, oh, I need something. So your environment's really important. It's really important the people you surround yourself with, because you are going to be reflective of the people you surround yourself with. That's 100%.
Yeah.
So it's really important who you pick, because that's going to make a massive influence.
I think I've learned that lesson as well by looking at the right people that I pick, hang around with. When I was a lot younger, I was a lot more ignorant, and I was hanging around with the wrong people that I shouldn't be, and that got me into trouble, because I was not doing well as I should. But I looked at myself and thought to myself, I've got to do better, and I did, and I got myself out of, the group of people that I did used to hang around with, and now I think I'm sort of building the right people around me, and it started at university, and I need to, like good friends of mine, like Jacob, like people like him, I need to, when I'm looking for ideas, I need to go back to him, and he does really give me good ideas, and I think, for instance, like things that would be really reports, for example, that would be really popular nowadays. For instance, I need to sort of write them presentations, maybe, but I think he did offer me a lot of advice. So he's a sort of guy that he was a really good partner to work with. So it's really good, and I think I'm going to build upon that, and that's the thing where when I do work for an organization, a business, I probably need to have someone like Jacob, like a Jacob, to sort of help me build my ideas and literally not sort of bring the best out of me, sort of. Yeah,
I love that. Okay, so let's get specific then. So you've already got the video on, started it, right? You now have momentum, right? You now got momentum. Now you're feeling. How are you feeling? How are you feeling yourself? Are you feeling excited, low? Where are you? I
feel really good, actually. I feel really good. Yeah.
So that's momentum. You're just experiencing momentum right there. So you need to build on that. You can't let that go. That's something you've got to grab hold of. You've got to keep going, and you've got to keep producing. This is the key now. You can't. This is. You said about relentless earlier. You cannot. No, it's no longer. Oh, I'm just going to post one next week. It's you've got to. This is on you now.
More often, yeah.
It's got to be regular. It's got to be consistent. You said, and be consistent. So
it has to be. Really consistent. Yeah.
We need to build your goal. So, what is it you want? So, what is it you specifically want? What's the next thing for you? So, you've done a video. You're going to do another video, which I'm going to watch, by the way, when I'm off it. I'm going to watch that. So, what is it? What is the big thing for you now? Then, what is the thing you want to achieve right now?
Okay. Now, what I'm going to do is, because I've got episode 3 as well.
Nice.
Episode 3, I'm still working on it. I'm still putting together, all the, shots that I took, and I just want to make it perfect, before I put it out there, because everything that I do, I want to just perfect it, and sort of when I'm ready, because I've almost done it. I'm gonna put it out there, and I always what I do is, because I've got that marketing background, I create a campaign around it as well. And
I
what I
saw.
did is I didn't just put it on YouTube for it just to be, you know, viewed on YouTube. I also created a campaign on Instagram so people can be engaged with it. I interacted with people, and I got different comments, you know, from people. I got a really good comment. Some people said to me that, you know, we know that, you know, one guy called Zach, you know, he said to me, I know you worked really hard. You put a lot of effort in constructing the video. You know, I'll read you the message. It's really good, actually. You know, it was amazing. You know what he said to me yesterday. Have you seen it? He said to me, I know, honestly, someone has taken the time to try something new. I like how you constructed your video. I want you to engage with more, be more persistent and not to overindulge in responses. I see your growth as a man and as a human. I wish nothing but success for you and your family. And inshallah, which is basically an Arabic term for all the best sort of thing. And may God bless you as well, and try to become you know, don't be too overindulgent on catchphrases, okay, and trying to, everybody can, so, and saying that everybody can remember you, but your opinion or criticism from someone that's viewed and watching the content you upload and produce. Love, bro. Which was a good message, you know. It was just, you know, what I like personally, right, is someone is taking time out to write that message.
Yeah.
You know, to write that message. So that really, for me, that means a lot. You know, they've taken time and to write it and sort of, you know, send that to me because they have enjoyed what I've done, and that means a lot to me. And yeah, that's what I try and do, is sort of I can get the best out of myself, and sort of, yeah, I am honestly gonna create a lot more content, and I'm gonna create it, and I just need to put down the ideas and then put them on, start recording them, and I've got the skills, the fundamental skills are all there.
Good.
I know how to edit, and I know how to edit really well, and create the content, and yeah, just become the best version of myself by doing videography.
Fantastic. Okay.
And yeah, and I appreciate you. Honestly, Joe, you've brought the best out of me. I'll be honest with you, right? You've honestly motivated me to become better, you know, in myself, and hopefully, you know, we can sort of have more coaching sessions. Sort of, I can sort of become. You can help me reflect on myself and what I need to do more. Yeah.
But you've got to do the work. It doesn't work without the work. You can do this coach, but you've got to do that work. That's got to remain. Otherwise, if you come to this coaching session, you don't do the work, it's not going to work. It's got to be important. It's got to be important enough to you. So you said about perfect. You said the word perfect. I'm very cautious about the word perfect.
Okay.
So a lot of people will work forever and they'll be paralyzed by perfection. So just be mindful.
Yeah.
Things got to be good.
Yeah.
But don't let perfection stop you from releasing stuff, because you're always improving. You're always doing stuff. So the stuff that I release is not perfect. It's not the best cut video. It's not the best edited video. What's important in that is the content of the video. Is the content that you're giving out. That's really important. You clearly got skills in it, which is brilliant. So just be mindful that don't let the perfectionism stop you from releasing stuff.
Yeah, I know. I mean, you're absolutely right, but I mean, there's certain people, right, in my life that just sort of that they want that perfection, you know. And
who is that? Who are they? Who are these people?
Honestly, I don't want to name them.
No, don't. But just like, are they friends?
They're friends.
Okay.
Yeah.
So this is where we talked about the judgment, the opinion of others, right?
Yeah.
So this is what you need. This is the thing that you need to have resilience against. So having triggers like, you know, having a session to say, well, okay, so someone might say, well, it wasn't so good here, it wasn't so good there, but you're getting better. Every time you do a video, you'll get better. Every time you produce content, you'll get better and better and better, but it's a process. And people are going to say, oh, you could have done that better, you could have done that better. That's going to happen. It happens with me, it happens with everybody. But you've got to remember that that's going to happen whatever. So it's really important to have something that you can draw on to say, okay, I do need to get this out. I've done all this refining, but it's eventually got to go out on a deadline. It's got to go out at this time. So sometimes you just got to think about, how can I get past my perfection? It is good. And I know the next time's going to be better and better and better. Each time you practice, each time you release a video, it's going to be better and better, because you'll naturally get better, right? So don't let perfection hold you back. That's what I'd say to you, because that can be, and you said there's people out there, well, you said there's people out there I'm concerned about, or that's your fear of judgment. And you need to inoculate yourself against that in some way.
I don't want to like, you know, that basically that sort of criticism, it doesn't really affect me, because I just keep going. You know, I know I've still got that, you know, resilience within me to continue going, like, because I know I can do it, and I just gotta do it, you know, and that's the mindset I go with. Full motion, you know, when I'm ready and I'm active, and yeah, absolutely. I mean, honestly, you're right. You know, I've got to be a lot more, you know, persistent. Absolutely.
Persistent and ignoring the judgment. It's important, because the fear of judgment will hold you back. You've got to be able to push through that. So I'm going to ask you, how would you deal with judgment? How are you going to do, like, in your mind, you're going to be doing your video.
Yeah.
Oh, it's not quite right. It's got to come out tonight. Well, you know, so you do your last bits. You're about to hit upload. What
I know. When I do record, right, and there's you know, there's like, when I go into public and I'm recording, I just literally blank them out. When I'm recording, I just feel like they're not even there, and I'm just doing it for myself.
Fantastic.
You know, and I'm doing it for another audience that are online. You know, and that's what I'm doing it for. I'm doing it for an audience that are online, and I'm not doing. When I'm outside, because it's so nice to be recording outside and being in an environment where there's nice fresh air, there's the sun shining, and everything surrounding you. It just makes the you know, scenery even better.
Good.
And that's sort of what I sort of want to do more often. Is finding the right location. I think the location's prime. I think anywhere is good, you know, but I think certain places are just better for recording, and yeah, I just block out the people and just get on with it, you know, to be honest, and just achieve what I've set, you know.
Yeah. So the content is the key there. Environment is important, but the content's the important piece of that.
Yeah.
So, okay. So I did sort of mention what 20 minutes we talked about. What's the really big vision for you then? What's the big piece? We talked about your goal. Yes, your goal is to be more persistent. You're going to contact Jacob to go, okay, if I feel a little bit, I'm going to contact him, have a chat with him. What's the really big driver for you? What's your purpose behind all this? So when you wake up in the morning and you're going to start your day, you're going to get up and go, oh, you're going to go, oh, right? What is the thing that's going to get you excited? What's the big
in the
mission?
morning,
What's the mission? What's the purpose?
Yeah. So like for me, because I'm a practicing Muslim, I get up in the morning, I do ablution, I pray. It literally calms me down within me. It brings you know, spiritually, I just feel a lot better. And I just pray to God, and I give my sincerity and my intention clearly to Him. And then I pray. And then when I'm done, I get on with my day. So I've got certain tasks that I do in the day. I get breakfast done nice and early, and then I get my day going. You know what I need to do. I literally do that, and then once because I literally plan my day around the prayers, and then I sort of once I've done that, I look at other methods to improve my day. So could it be if I'm not at work, for instance, at home, I'll probably do research online and look at sort of things that I could be reading that will be useful for me to overindulge in, to indulge myself and then just enjoy reading, and then possibly finding some tasks around the house that need to be done. So I'll do those. And then when I do those sort of tasks, I think it's really important to sort of get things done, and then sort of once you've got them done, you sort of don't need to think about it anymore. And then I think I've got the bigger picture for me is to be more involved in doing more academic marketing research online. I think since I've completed my university studies, it's been 3 months since I've finished university. I think 4 months possibly, and I've not really been in that sort of context and being going back on all the materials that I've learned at university, even though the skills may still be there, but the actual doing the tasks like I was at university, those I need to perfect. Getting jobs done in a short deadline.
Okay, so what? Yeah. So in that case, how regularly are you going to promise yourself you're going to release content then? Weekly?
Yeah, honestly,
well, no, what is it? Is it going to be weekly? Is it going to be monthly? Is it going to be, what is it? What's
yeah, for me, honestly, I think it has to be monthly. Monthly for me, creating content is more realistic in a way, because I can sort of plan my tasks around it that way. I can plan what I need to record.
I'm going to push you on this now.
Yeah.
Because it's got to be more than monthly.
Literally, I could do twice a month.
I would say minimum, which I do.
Yeah.
Long form video weekly, 1 a week for YouTube.
Long video, yeah.
1 a week. Yeah. So you just need to think about, it doesn't have to be the biggest big old dancing thing, it can just be starting small. So, like I started with my 1 minute video, right?
Yeah.
Every day, 1 minute video. That's how it was started.
Yeah. Once a week,
started, right?
Yeah, one long video. Yeah, absolutely.
So you just need to find a way to be more consistent. If you do 1 a month, what's the likelihood that's going to work for you? Do you think 1 a month?
I think once a month will give me a chance to maybe put it out there and just maybe do a campaign around it.
So your campaigns, you need to think.
Yeah, so because
the thing is, if you do 1 a month, there's a lot of space in that month. But it depends on what you do. Are you going to do? Is it you're going to do 1 long video a month and then do a campaign? How are you going to get people keep people aware of you? Is what I'm trying to say. In terms of,
I know the awareness is really crucial for me, because people, I need to keep them engaged in my content so that they can enjoy it more often, because I want to sort of target people demographically, because I think that's really crucial, because once I've sort of emulated my demographic and they sort of know me more, the person I am, then I can sort of go out there and become sort of a better, with other audiences in different regions.
So how are you going to do that? How are you going to get
by
to know
being
you
more consistent? I think you're absolutely right. By every single 1 long video a week is crucial, because people will be out there wanting to be nosy and literally see what's happening. Yeah.
You're breaking up a little bit. I don't know if you're connecting.
Yeah, I think people generally are just nosy. They really just want to know what's happening. So I think that's really important for me. I think I need to do it that way, by creating content consistently and putting it on YouTube or Instagram or even on Facebook, and using as many channels as possible.
Okay, so is the big vision for you then? You're breaking up a little bit, you're freezing and stuff. I don't know what's going on. So the big vision is for your content marketing. Why you're doing it, so the reason why you're doing it is because you want to put the skills you have into effect. But what is the driving? What fills Gallade up? What fills you up? What is it that, you know, you said you've got your faith, which is fantastic. But what's driving you to actually create this content? What's driving Gallade? What is it in there?
You know, it's honestly to get a really good executive job is driving me.
But what's driving you to get the executive job?
What's driving me to get an executive job is to create the content more often. You know, like video content. I think it's really important.
I suppose what I'm trying to say, what's made you create that content before that? Because there's got to be a reason, driver.
Before that, okay, yeah.
So, you know, so for me, my dark place was being depressed, right? Depression.
Yeah.
So with that, what that made me do is I want to help people, right? To help people get out of that and to start being more consistent, living a life that they really engage with. So for me, it's their career or whatever, but I use that as my way to wake people up. Like when I did my video and you contact me, some way that got you to contact me, right? Because of that energy.
Yeah,
so what I'm trying to find is your energy to say, this is why I'm doing it. This is what happened to me. And that's why I'm going to drive to do this. Every time I wake up every day, I've got my faith, which is fantastic. And this is the reason why I'm doing it. Because I think you said you're in a job at the minute. You're not, I think, in a job, you want a different sort of way to do that, don't you? You want a different.
Yeah, I mean.
So what is the painful moment for you? What was the painful moment you think, yes, this is why I'm doing this?
Yeah. I mean, the painful thing for me was, was when I applied for a job and I went to the interview. I had the interview, I literally said all my skills. I presented them all to the interviewer. It was really impressed with me, sort of I got told that I need to sort of perfect my skills, I think by perfecting my skills, I can only reflect upon myself and be more consistent in driving myself to do either be writing reports, doing videos, doing presentations online, those sorts of tasks. If I do them more often, I know it's going to literally take it out and it's going to warm me up. But I literally give myself. I will do it more often.
Brilliant.
How often would I do it? Yes, I'm going to do it once a week.
Twice. You are. You say once a week now. Is that what you're going to say that?
Right. Yeah.
Once a week. Wow. Okay. Okay. This is you. You've got to decide what this is. But you just need to have that consistency. So you said to me, your pain was rejection. Is that right?
Yes, it was because the rejection was hard, because what I really want to be doing is I want to be really providing for my family. I want to be providing for them because that is really important for me, because I've got the pressure at home to provide, and I really do want to do that. But if certain people do not give me the opportunity to do that, then I need to look up. Then there's something that I'm not doing right, and I need to find. So I need to find out something, and I did. I think I did. It was probably just not being more consistent. I think it was that, and doing things that just maybe not spending enough time researching, for instance, or doing something that is really productive and that's going to have an impact on maybe people's lives.
Brilliant. Okay.
Yeah, I think I need to be more consistent.
Okay, so if I've got this right, your rejection is the pain that you cause you. That means you want to provide your family. So these are sort of drivers. So when you wake up in the morning, you think, oh, what's my day looking like? I still need to do these things. I need to produce the content. That's the reasons you're driving it from. Am I right? Is that right?
Absolutely. You know, literally that drives me. You know, going out there every morning. You know, going to work, the things I do before work. You know, helping my family out, whatever task they want me to do, I do for them. I get it done for them. I think it's really important for me to do what they ask, what they want for me to do for them, because if it starts from home, it's always going to end. It's always going to be going well at, for instance, at work, maybe. You know, it might also go well for me. You know, that I don't know. You know, time will tell. You know, time will tell.
Yeah, I mean, time will tell. So you've got destiny over your schedule. So you've got control over your schedule. You can control you, right? So you said you wanted more opportunity. The only way you're going to create more opportunity and being better at the skills is by doing the skills, like the more the research, the content. Like you just said, more research, more content, getting better, doing the promotion, doing the stories, right? Coming out. It's what you said. Okay. Big vision is to do this marketing for big companies, right? The big vision is like, I want to market for companies. I want them to be #1 in their field. That's what you told me, right?
Yeah.
Big vision. So to get there, the smallest thing you can start to do is to make sure you're consistent. What you said, be consistent with my content every single week. Have a long form and have a campaign around it. That's what's coming out for me. Is that right?
Yeah, absolutely.
Right.
Absolutely.
Good.
And what I try and do, right, is to create trust on all platforms. So I don't just look at one platform and literally, I don't just look at one platform. I try and do them on multiple platforms. So I've got Twitter, I've got Instagram, Facebook, and YouTube, and I try and create content for each and every platform. And I know it's really difficult for me to do that, but I try and emulate all platforms, and because there's a specific niche on each platform, and different people have different tastes, because you know, I've got all different age groups on Facebook. You know, I've got different age groups on Instagram, and I try and make them feel engaged with my content. You know, I know it's going to be difficult, but I know I can somehow. I'm still drive to do that. You know, I think the the thing, because the people have different perceptions. They have different personalities. They have different you know, hobbies. You know, they have different sort of desires that they want to get out of it. Sometimes they'll probably see a post and flick through it, but I need them to pause and literally give time to what I've sort of created. And yeah, I think, yeah, like time will tell. And the reception that you know, the comments that I get back from people and the reactions that I get will only tell.
And again, it's not about the results either. Don't put your faith on the results. Don't base your thing on the results. It's about the effort you put into that. Be proud of the things that you do. So if you release a video, it doesn't get any views, 0. Be proud that you made the video. Don't focus on the result, because your feeling will be dictated by the outcome of those results. So if it's really bad, you're gonna, oh, it's no good because I didn't get the views, whatever. No, be proud of the effort you put in to create the content.
Yes, absolutely true.
It's really important, that. Really important.
Yeah.
Because if you just rely on the result, you can get deflated very quickly. It's important about focusing on the process, enjoying the process of creation. If you're not enjoying the process of the creation, you're not creating the right content.
Yeah, absolutely.
You've got to enjoy the process of the creation. If you're thinking, I'm just doing this because I know these people like that and these people like that. No. You need to create that float you, that you energy, that say, right, if I love travel blogging, oh my God, if I'm really feeling down on doing, I get energy from travel blogging, or I get energy from giving people academic advice on marketing. If that's a do that. Don't do it because it's the thing. It's, oh, they love this. Do it because Gulade enjoys creating that content and gets good at creating that type of content. Because that's the content. Those are, if you create the content that you love and that's got legs and that you feel energized with, you're going to attract the types of people that enjoy that.
Yeah.
If you try and market to too many different types of people, you're trying to please everybody. You're not going to please everybody. You're going to just be half baked in each.
Yeah, absolutely. I think maybe that's more of a business. I'm thinking more of as a business. I think.
You still got to enjoy the business.
Yeah, absolutely. You're absolutely right, Joe.
You can't have the business if you don't enjoy the business, right? Don't build a business that you'll be hating on, right? Do not create a business you'll be hating on. You want to create a business that you're going to love and cherish.
Absolutely. I know. I've built myself a brand as well.
Good. Do you love the brand?
Yeah.
Right, good. That's build on that. Because you love it. You love it. Doesn't matter if you get no results on that. Okay, you just keep building it, keep evolving it, but you love it, so build on that.
It's called
process of building.
It's called Evolve Local.
Well, that sounds great.
Yeah, that's literally that. I need to literally get maybe. I know what I'm gonna sort of. I want to create content for that channel for Evolve Local. You know,
how does that feel? So, how do you feel?
It's basically part of me. It's part of me.
That is it. Hold on to that.
Yeah.
That there. Well, you're feeling. How do you feel right now?
I feel good.
Good?
I feel really
Only good.
I feel awesome. I feel really awesome.
Don't tell me you feel awesome because you want me. You're trying to please me. It's not about people pleasing here.
No. Honestly, I really have joy within me.
Good. That's what I want to see. I want to see this energy, right? I want to see good. Oh, it's good. No, it's good. I love this.
Yeah, exactly.
If I'm not saying good, I love this. It ain't working, man.
Listen, I you know, the thrill from you know, I like the thrill. You know, I enjoy it. You know, I enjoy creating content.
Good.
I'm gonna do it for Evolve Local because I want to build.
Who are you doing it for? Remember? Who? I can't get close. I can't hear. Who? You, right?
Yes.
Because it's good for you, good for your heart, right? Comes from the heart, right?
Really good.
You've got to engage people with emotion. People aren't going to get emotionally involved in your content unless you're feeling the emotion yourself. If it's just I'm doing it because I want to, you're not going to get emotional about it.
No.
I'm getting emotional now doing this with you, right? I'm feeling energy because I want you to win, right?
Yeah, absolutely.
You're gonna. So it's important to find the thing that gives you that feels that you feel it. When you produce the content, you're putting forward an emotion. You're emotionally engaged with that. So when you watch it back, you should feel I'm engaged. That's emotion.
Honestly, like when I look back at what I've created, honestly, I just get really connected with it. I'm like, wow, did I really make that? You know?
That's it. Good. Good. Yeah. That's how it should be. It should be inspiring, right? InspirationNation. It should be inspiring. It shouldn't be, oh, I don't like that. It should be, I feel good. That inspires me to do more, right?
Yeah, absolutely. You know, it does. Good. It does, man.
Okay, let's commit to something then. Okay.
Definitely, let's commit.
Let's commit. So I want you to commit to something because this is your coaching session, so it's down on you, right?
Yeah.
So give me 2 or 3 things you can commit to over the next couple of months.
Okay. The first one is I'm gonna have a I'm gonna make a presentation, and then I'm gonna present it. So
when's this
once I've finished.
When? What is it?
Within a month. It's gonna be based on marketing. Yeah.
Okay, so hang on. What do we talk about? You talked about weekly earlier. Now we're going monthly. What's going on?
Okay. So I'm gonna
weekly here. What's going on weekly? What's
weekly? Every day I'm gonna create content for Instagram. I'm gonna try and make content for Instagram.
Every day.
Yeah.
Is that achievable for you?
It is. I think I just need to be making. It might be achievable for me. I think there will be some days.
You said might. Don't like that word, might. You've got to be careful. So on a scale of 1 to 10, let me give you a scale of 1 to 10. Scale of 1 to 10, you're going to produce content every day.
Yeah.
Where are you on that scale? 1 to 10. So 1, I'm not going to do it at all. 10, I'm definitely going to do it.
Okay. think I'm at 7.
Okay.
Yeah.
So what we've got to think about here is that if you feel every day too much of stretch, you need to dial it back to make sure that you can fulfill that. You stretch the target a bit, but if you produce content, make sure you're going to do it. So if it's every day, make sure you do it. If it's not, if you can't commit to every day, then we need to dial it back to a little bit less.
Yeah, I think.
You need to produce content regularly. But you need to make that not a 7. It needs to be a 10. So give me an amount of content you can produce regularly. That you'd say, yeah, I'm definitely a 10 on that.
Okay, every month I think I'll have a YouTube video.
Okay, so monthly, YouTube video. What's going to be the weekly content then, so people continue to engage with you?
Something. Okay. I think I'm gonna have like, I don't know. I think I need to think about what I'm gonna create. Okay, shareable content. I'm gonna do shareable content. I want to create shareable content for Instagram.
What does that entail?
Like posts on like content, like for instance, just thumbnails, maybe, content that is visual content.
You create that?
Yes, I create it myself. Yeah, okay. And then I post it online, and then people could, screenshot it, or they could even, sort of share it on their platforms. That's what I want to emulate, because what I've noticed online is there's a lot of content that's being shared.
Excellent. Okay.
Certain people, it would attract people. And what I've learned by doing is I've turned my Instagram profile to business, so I can read the analytics, and I see people, what do they see the most, what days are people, what times are they more engaged. So that's what I try and do.
Okay, so the content then, is the content going to be, is that for you, is that more manageable every day, or is it every other day? Is it twice a week, 3 times?
I think I could do that every day, actually.
Every day?
Shareable content, yeah.
So then we've got YouTube video
once a month. Yeah. What
I would say, because I do one a week, and one a week has got almost like, for that YouTube views and things, has got to be consistent, right? It's been a month. Let's start with the month, but try and aim for more if you can.
Yeah, absolutely. I want to do it more.
Because, but then that's probably evolving your content.
I've got to have more ideas, and I've got to, because I want to really trial more. I've got a lot of ideas that I can implement, and I just got to give it time. At the moment, we have a lot of restrictions in place. I can't really go out and do things.
So this is the best, right? This is the best.
This is the time to plan. Yeah, absolutely. So
not even plan, right? You're restricting, right? Everyone's in the same boat. For you now to win, how could you create content in the restrictive conditions based on what you have, right? If you can do that, win now. When it's all gone and over and we're done, it's going to be amazing. So whatever the ideas you have, what's the ideas you think, yeah, that's a good one, I need to do that?
I'm going to have the ideas, and I'm really going to discuss them to my audience. I want to see the reactions that people have.
So how are you going to do that? What's going to happen there then? So what are you putting the ideas out there?
There's a lot of stories. How am I going to do that is by jotting down what I need to be doing on paper, and then basing my. So I'm going to firstly, I have to do my research, because I can't just be out there having posting something that may offend a lot of people, but I want to be a lot more specific when I do.
What do you mean offend? How would you offend?
I mean, maybe.
I can't see you offending anybody. What's going on here? Do you know what this sounds like to me? A fear of judgment. That's what this sounds like to me.
No.
But it sounds.
Yeah.
Remember the thing. This is the fear, right? You want to be a marketer, right?
Absolutely, yeah.
Right. So You got ideas, right?
Yeah.
Provided, like, you look at the idea, provided it's not, you look at it, go, that's not going to offend people. Provided it's not going to offend people, it's okay.
Not at all. I mean,
How are you going to
like,
offend people? I'm interested.
No, not how is by maybe offending them in a way that they wouldn't have expected from me. You know, if I probably do something that I know I can do, right? Honestly, you know what? You're absolutely right, Joe. Who gives a damn?
I'm pushing you now. This is what it's about. You're trying to come up with excuses. Come on, man. But it's what it's about, right? Honestly, truthfully, this is what I want. I want you, because this is what our mind's trying to do to us. It's trying to hold us back with the fears, trying to say, well, if I offend people. Now look, you're at the core, you know, I get this. I believe everyone's good, right? At the core, there's a minority of people, a very small percentage of people that are they're not, but 99% of people I think are good, have got a good core or something, right? Do you provide the content with good intention? And if you do that, you know, it should not. It may offend someone, it may not, but you can always go, well, I didn't intend it that way. It's a whole process behind that. So be careful of the excuses you find about, I'm going to offend people. Provided you've got the intention that's good behind it, you'll be good.
Absolutely. I think you're absolutely right.
Because I can feel you.
I'm going to start working. I'm going to start working already.
Do research, lots of research, and you get buried in research and nothing comes out. So much research, right?
It's going to come out.
I get it. You need to research, but not over research. It needs to be balanced.
No. Like, there's balance, but I know.
Don't over research.
I think I am going to over research. I'm going to do that. But no, there's the balance. I think there's the balance. You're absolutely right. Yes.
Don't over plan. Because as soon as you've over planned, you're not releasing content. And that's going to slow you down, because the whole thing about getting better is by practicing the content. And I know this from my experience, because I've been doing it for the past whatever. You look back at my first video. Go back, look at my very first video.
That's 9 years you've been doing it for. 2014 was your first video.
Go back to my very first one. This is my channel. Look at that video. You'll see it.
Was it 2014?
It's before that.
Okay.
But you look at it.
I'm gonna have a look.
You look at it, and you tell me how good that is. It is bad. It is bad. But even now,
I haven't seen it. I mean, I don't know how.
But it's okay. And you can
it was definitely good.
But it's the whole point, right? But if you look at the whole journey, you can see the progress. You can see me gradually improving as I'm doing the videos. I've still got loads of things to get better. I've still got to prove. Still got to get better. But that's the point, right? You're starting. I've seen your YouTube channel. You have 1 subscriber when I was second subscriber on your channel. You've now got 21.
Yeah, I know. That was really quick.
Space of a week.
Yeah.
Imagine that.
I was surprised, honestly.
But imagine if you did if you could.
You're absolutely right.
If I do more of what you say,
yeah.
Think of where you could be in a year's time.
Yeah, honestly, I'm gonna do that. In a year's time. Honestly, I could be
But it's consistency. You cannot go on off. Like I've done that, and I don't. Anyone else? You've got to be consistent. I've only been consistent over the last couple of years, right, just under a couple of years. But this has led me to you, led me to the podcast and things. So I'm trying to sort of say, you just need to find that balance for yourself, right? How am I going to release it? So we've got the once-a-month video. You can look at that and see whether you can produce more. You're going to release regular content every day by using shareable content, right? There's
shareable content, yeah.
2 actions right there. But these are going to be consistent over the next 2, 6, 12 months. Okay? There's no going back now.
What I want to do every single day. I think that because I'm working Monday to Friday. If I create content 3 days in the week, right? That's shareable content for Instagram. I could do that.
Okay. Is that a 10? Is that a 10? Would you say 3 pieces of content? Cool. We'll go that. So go 3 pieces of content. Yeah.
3 pieces of content.
Yeah. Okay. 3 pieces of content. 1 long form video a month, but you're going to look at that so you can get it up higher. 3 pieces of content and 1 more activity which will lead you towards being like this marketing person. You want to help businesses because your content is going to show businesses what you can do. This is what's telling. That's what you're telling me, right? Is that what you're telling me?
Yeah.
When they look at your content, they're thinking, "Oh my God, Gulade, this is amazing. I want to get Gulade on my team, so I can." So your content is your advert.
Yeah, it is.
So how your campaigns are your advert. So one more thing you can do then to make it one more action. So we've got, as I said, we've got the YouTube 1 month. We've got the 3 pieces of content a week. One more thing to be more consistent then.
I think one more it could be. Yeah, I think I need to post on LinkedIn, maybe an article. Maybe I could write an article, do a bit of research.
And what made you? What's this maybe thing about?
I can do it. It's not even it's not even a maybe.
How regularly?
I can do it. Well, regularly, I think I can do it every fortnight.
So bi-weekly, okay.
Yeah, every fortnight I can.
Okay. I think
write an article and post it on LinkedIn.
Good. So like a blog, right? Is it a blog?
So
is that a blog?
Yeah, like a blog. Yeah.
Right. Okay.
But again, I think I have to use a lot of sources that are online.
Okay. Wow. How do you feel about that? How do you feel about all this discussion?
I feel really good. Yeah. I feel good. I feel like I have a lot planned. I've planned and I've got ideas now that I can sort of. I've got a schedule in place, and that schedule I'm gonna follow it religiously.
I can tell you are.
I'm gonna do that, and I am gonna do it.
I can feel it. I can feel it. I can feel it.
Yeah.
So that's the key now. You've got all this feeling of motivation, but tomorrow morning, when it comes to the crunch, that's a test. That's a test. So I want you to remember this. I want you to remember this session and say, this has got to last you now for 6, 12 months, right?
Yeah.
It's on you now.
Yeah,
right?
it is.
It's on you, right?
Yeah.
You've got to do this. No one else can do this for you, right? So it's on you. So now you've got to continue to do that, and I'll be monitoring your progress. I'll be looking in, checking in now and then.
Yeah.
I'll be checking in from now and then, just as your coach, just to sort of see how you're getting on.
Yeah.
So it's just important, all right, that you now want to be this. You want this marketing campaign. Now you've got the big vision now about you want to help businesses. You've had the pain of rejection. You don't want to, so you're using that as your fuel to get you to where you want to be, right?
Yeah.
And so when you get out of bed in the morning, you can use those tools, the rejection. I don't want to be rejected anymore. Right, I'm fed up of rejection. I'm going to use that as my fuel to make sure I create the content that's going to be super awesome, that people are going to love, and they're going to want to engage with me.
I want that, honestly. And I am going to do it. It's all about being relentless and consistent. And I'm going to do that for myself because I have to be a lot more. I want to have the content out there so that people can share it and be inspired by it and create content more so that organizations can they can look at the material and be like, maybe we're gonna they're gonna look at the content and be like, we gotta use this content, and we want we want you to join our campaign and help us out because we feel like you've got the skills to help us bring the money in. So
that's the goal.
I want to do that.
That's the goal, right?
Yeah.
That's the goal. So it's it's what you just said, the 3 actions. It's all this content. It's the YouTube, it's the Instagram stories, and it's the LinkedIn. That's the start. That's the start, right? And as you start doing them, you'll start thinking, hang on, I could do this. Or you'll start to evolve it. The brand will start to evolve. You'll get comments and everything like that will start to come off the back of it.
Yeah.
And that's what
I'm going to do that. And then,
it's all about the process. It's not about the results. It's about you being proud of that effort. So every time you post the content, you keep to those actions. You go, I'm proud of that effort that I did there. That's good. I'm proud of that, and continue.
Yeah. All right then.
Okay.
All right then, Joe.
Are we done? I think that's a wrap. I think that's really good.
That's a wrap. Yeah.
Tell you what, you did really well, and
thank you.
Really well, right? So you just keep
I
going.
wish you all the best, and I want to thank you for your time, and hopefully we can have another meeting, and we can discuss how my progress was.
See how you get on. You've got to put in the
how
work
I
first.
got on. Yeah.
You've got to put in the work first.
Yeah.
That's the work. Then we'll catch up. You always message me. I know it. You'll message me. We'll do this. We'll do this. I'll be keeping an eye on you. Don't worry. So I want to see that content regularly, minimum 3 times a week, minimum. So you've made the promise to yourself now. So you need to. How are you gonna? Just before we go, how are you gonna make sure that you carry those out? What's gonna happen? Where are you writing it down? Are you putting it on your board? Are you putting it by your bedside? Where's it going to be? So it reminds you to make sure it happens.
I'm going to follow them religiously because I'm a disciplined person. I'm always disciplined in everything I do. I always work on myself, and the only way I can work on myself is by becoming the best version of myself every single day.
Beautiful.
And yeah, I think those targets are very realistic and achievable.
Fantastic. Smart. Excellent. Of that specific, measurable, realistic and time bound, right? It's smart right there. You just did it. Well done. Fantastic. Okay. Go out there. Go start doing it, man.
Thank you, Joe.
Right. You take care. Stay inspired, right? InspirationNation.
Yes, I am.
Take care.
Bye.
See you later. Bye. So there you go. That was Gilade. And I hope you enjoyed it. If you enjoyed the video, click the link next to me here, which is talking about never giving up. I think you enjoy it. And also click the subscribe button here, mean a lot to me. It'll tell you when another one of my videos goes live. So stay inspired. And I'll catch you there. InspirationNation. Catch you guys later.